Booga. Booga. I think we got some new Frank mints. Some of them actually look pretty good. Oh, Marvel Rivals. Yeah, this game is just fucking terrible. Ugh. VegFest was good. Hung out with Vegan Teacher pretty much the entire time. She's really cool, really nice person. Who do you think wins coming up soon? Ian Gary or Makachev? Ian Gary is based vegan, by the way. I don't know if I know him. Yeah, I'm not sure. I didn't know he was vegan. Makachev is a very fucking tough opponent. Extremely tough. The one thing with the Dagestani fighters, though, is they seem to be very prone to illness and getting sick. So, hey, if the guy's vegan, then I'm rooting for him. And, Makhachev's Muslim and everything, too, so there's that. Who will win the China Pro? I don't know what that is.
Symbols of individuals. We, the Muslims, at one point, if you try and desecrate the sacred symbols of individuals, we, the Muslims, at 1.8 billion, which represent, according to Pew, will represent a third of the population of the world. You don't think we have gangsters? We're not condoning such a thing at all. But that is a reality.
Their new goal, since all their arguments have come crumbling down, right?
Yeah.
They lied about perfect preservation of the Quran for a while. Then that got exposed, fortunately, by Muhammad Hijab and Yasser Qadi, the holes in the narrative interview. And then the scientific miracles. Oh, there's scientific miracles in the Quran. That got exposed. And now even Ali Dawa has admitted that it was all a lie. But interestingly, Ali Dawa in that.
Saw The Odyssey today, liked it. Haven't seen a movie in theaters like for a couple years. All right, I'll probably go see it.
That same video said that what's going to draw people to Islam is our intolerance. He goes, what is going to draw them is our intolerance, right? That since they don't have any evidence anymore, it's their intolerance that's going to draw them.
Yeah, that's Muslims for you. Oh. Yeah, if I had a cat allergy, I'd just choke and die and break out in hives. You can't keep me away from cats. Yeah, that's a really good cat. Dude, cats really are the fucking best. Went to Walmart for the first time ever today. How was that experience? Retarded? Lots of weird, fat, broke people? Yeah.
Why she coming around here trying to get pets? Like,
I know the feeling.
Like that. I got my little mama inside hissing at you, bro. Like, I don't know you.
Car ramming in Germany by a Muslim. Why am I not surprised?
One person has been killed and more than a dozen others have been injured after a car was driven into a crowd celebrating Pride in the German capital, Berlin.
Yeah. Allow the most bigoted, hateful people against gays to immigrate into your country, and then be surprised when they attacked gay people during a gay pride parade or celebration.
Berlin. Now, police have called off the event at the city's Tiergarten Park hours after it began. The incident happened near the...
Buddy, I don't know what it is with, like, fucking white people, in general, but, like, holy fuck, when the hell... Like, yeah, I get not wanting to be racist, but, like, really? Again, let us import the most hateful, bigoted people on the fucking planet Earth. They throw gays off of rooftops. What could go wrong when we have gay pride events? And like, they're not even screening them. You're not even, like, you know, whittling out the fucking Muslims who just don't give a fuck enough. Like, they're literally allowing fucking fake Syrian refugees into the country that are just clearly lying about their refugee status. And then, oh, what? Oh, this is so tragic. What happened? It's fucking retarded. It's like letting a homeless crack addict into your house, and then you're, like, surprised they shit everywhere and try to stab you. Let's see, this is interesting.
It's fairly obvious to anyone that the war in Iran has been going on for 5 months. You can't miss it. It's in the gas prices. It's in the news. It's when all those carrier strike groups are...
Think about recent allegations against AUR. What is that? I have no idea what AUR is.
Time to show my brand new blue Bugatti, and I need to have this. Are you ready? The Urus now, which honestly, I've kind of gotten over it. I liked it the first couple of years, and now it's just there. This bike, it's...
I'm a little relieved. I was worried that he got so much money that he had Bugatti money from that testosterone shit. He still has too much money than he deserves, you know, but at least it's just some stupid fucking bicycle. What a fucking asshole. Hopefully I can take down his testosterone sales. Thanks for the membership, Chris. Appreciate it. Vegan gains, taking steroids as someone with anger, depression, general emotional problems is next level dumb. No, it isn't, because steroids actually help relieve depressive symptoms. Testosterone in particular. Testosterone is actually the most effective antidepressant. It also has anti-anxiety benefits. And as you increase the dose, those benefits strengthen. So, no, you're just a dumbass and you don't know anything about steroids, and you listen to retarded horseshit on the internet, and you have no fucking clue what you're talking about. Literally every steroid I've taken, I've had positive mental benefits from it, or it's, like, at worst being neutral. It has made no change. So testosterone, again, it just makes me happier, more motivated, calmer. I don't freak out as easily. It doesn't increase my anxiety. I actually didn't have any anxiety before, but just more confident in general. Boldenone just makes me feel really good. Just a really nice, pleasant feeling of wellness. I've taken a little bit of nandrolone, and it's kind of similar. It's given me like a really nice, uplifting, euphoric feeling. Anavar really just gives me energy. It's kind of like caffeine.
Does Pat keep her pussy shaved or is it a jungle?
Yeah, none of your business. Yeah, Anavar basically just gives me energy, really. It's kind of like caffeine. Masteron is pretty neutral. Might increase my energy a little bit, and I might get a bit more, like, controlled aggression from it, but, again, it doesn't make me angry or anything. And, Tren actually makes me a lot fucking calmer. Tren really fucking calmed me down. It helps me sleep, which is weird. I didn't expect to have that effect from it. I sleep better on Tren. I can pretty much sleep on command. Yeah, just more calm, level-headed on Tren, happier, increases my motivation. I've definitely noticed I'm more motivated and energetic on Tren. So, yeah, I don't even know why the fuck people say something so fucking stupid. Like, even if there is, like, a medication that has a general kind of side effect profile that, you know, the majority of people have, you don't just go to somebody and say, oh, that was a really stupid idea for you to take that drug, considering what problems you have. Again, everyone reacts to drugs differently. So you just go up and ask them, how are you feeling? Like, how is the thing doing? And then they may give you an answer that surprises you, or it's like, oh, well, I actually don't have the side effect from this drug. It's the opposite. But yeah, you don't know anything about steroids. You're just hearing stupid horse shit on the internet that you don't understand.
They're doing outside of.
How long did Pat live in Malaysia for? She never lived in Malaysia. She's just Malaysian by ethnicity. It's kind of like asking a black person how long were they living in Africa. Just because you're black doesn't mean you were from or lived in Africa. What also was that her sister you were with in her vlog? Yes. You never said what that other woman was. Yeah, it's her sister. Thanks for the donation, 21st. Yeah, I've seen Gundam Rogue Orbit. I'm like, it looks good. I'm a little disappointed that it's primarily it's like a hack and slash kind of game. I really like the big guns in Gundam games, you know, like the big crazy oversized machine guns, energy weapons like the lasers. So I don't know if they're going to have that incorporated, but it basically looks like a kind of Souls-like game, but in the Gundam universe.
The Persian Gulf. But there's just a...
Does test have no negative side effects? Potentially everything has the possibility to give you a negative side effect. Peanuts literally kill people. So eating a peanut could kill you. So... yeah, you can get side effects from testosterone, but it's an extremely well-tolerated drug. 21st, donate $2. Yeah, I'm not answering that question. Thanks for the donation.
teensy tiny little problem that the president has. Well, he's not technically supposed to be at war. Even though his tweets indicate otherwise, the country is, in fact, not in a state of war with Iran. Bet you didn't know that. Well, what happens when U.S. soldiers start getting killed? Well, don't worry, guys. The president has a solution, and you're going to absolutely love it, just like I love it. Here, let me show you. So, it's no secret that over the last couple days, 4 American service members were killed by Iran.
Hello, Dodo. How are you doing? Thanks for the donation, dude. 21st, donate $2. Don't worry, I'm not into Maori girls, so that won't be happening. They're not Maori. Thanks for the donation, dude.
Drones, 3 in Jordan, and a 4th during an operation to disarm a drone that had fallen but not fully detonated. Now,
of all the anabolic steroids you've tried so far, which one you think is the best, or is it Tren? I don't know what you mean by that. Like, best at what? It's also a complicated question, because if you're on steroids, you have to be on testosterone. So testosterone is going to be the base of any steroid cycle, and then depending on your tolerability of testosterone and whatever other drugs, like, you're just going to make adjustments from there.
What I want to point out is that at the time this happened, the country was in fact not at war.
21st, $22.
Limitless appeared out of nowhere. Let's see. Richard is deluded. Richard claims that he could out deadlift me with training. You know what's scary is that he literally has to make that discussion of, if I really trained for it, I could out deadlift this 50-year-old man.
Isn't this literally what, like, Blaha says about the bench, when I can out bench him?
Damn.
I could do a lot of things better than Blaha. Like, look, I haven't really done, like, I would already be better than Blaha at martial arts. I'd beat him in a fight, but, like, I mean, neither of us really do martial arts, but I know if I actually dedicated myself to doing it, I'd be better than him at it. I'm better than him at literally every single upper body lift. There isn't one single upper body lift where I can't outlift him in. Why is it ridiculous to say, like, I haven't really focused on the deadlift for a variety of reasons, but if I really dedicated myself to it, I could out deadlift him? And again, he makes the same, like, similar kind of stupid excuse when it comes to the bench. Oh, if I was younger and took the same amount of steroids and I wasn't injured or something, I could outbench Vegan Gains. I've seen him say that stupid shit.
If I really put some effort in as a massive steroid user, I could out deadlift this 50-year-old man if I really worked at it.
So, Blaha, you haven't been 50 years old your entire life. So, like this is just fucking retarded. And he's also used steroids. He's not even at an age where you'd expect to see a substantive strength drop-off. Your average man has the most amount of muscle mass and strength between the age of 40 and 45. Sometimes that extends out further, up into the 50s. You'll probably see that more with more black dudes, just because, like, black don't crack. But he's not even at an age where you would expect to see, like, a huge strength drop off. There's a ton of fucking dudes in their 50s that are ridiculously fucking strong. I've seen dudes who are well over 50 benching in the fucking 600s. They're on steroids, like Blaha, but yeah, it's just weird that he's using the old man excuse when he's not even that old. 21st Only Tillers, would you say Blaha looks good for his age? No. Has he ever looked good for his age, or looked good, period, in any way? Thanks for the donation, 21st. Like, especially regarding his dental health, like, he has the teeth of somebody you, like, in their, like, 70s or 80s who are, like, right on the verge of needing dentures.
Coach, shirts make you look like you lift, right? Well, that's what I always tell guys. If you don't look like you live wearing a shirt, we got a problem. See, because that's the thing is, I can be wearing a regular shirt. I can have on shorts. We can have on a regular shirt and look like we lift. You know what I mean?
I mean, he doesn't really look like he lifts, especially with how small his arms are.
Them teddies, though. That's that 225 for 11 rep paused incline, right? I'm probably close to 315 on incline now. It's kind of a goal I said eventually. I want to get 315 for a pause on a 45-degree incline. But if you don't look like you lift in a shirt, what are you doing? Dylan, they're technically packed. You've seen my pressing strength. Like, look at.
What's the best gym to join in Canada? There's a community one near me, but I'm scared their equipment will be shit. There's no best chain necessarily. If you go to like any Good Life Fitness or Anytime Fitness or LA Fitness, they're all different. Some of them are good, some of them are bad, some of them are in between. There's a huge variation even within like the same chain. So like whatever the best gym is in your area, that's the best gym in your area that you have access to.
Look at my incline bench. I have a bunch of stuff I have to get done, projects. But yeah, no, I'm not pumped at all right now. I have not even had breakfast. There's no carbs. I've had nothing but black coffee so far this morning. Vegan Gains on a gram a year. No, Vegan Gains, he actually has a good physique. Let's give credit where credit is.
You know, I wonder what kind of excuse SJWS will make for this pride attack.
Not all Muslims, yada yada, blah blah blah, same old story. Yeah, it's not all Muslims, but it's only ever Muslims. Like, I don't know what the fucking, like why the hell can't people acknowledge that? Thanks for the donation though, Dodo.
Do all the drugs that work for him. Like, he's on like 6 different steroids, he admitted.
Testosterone, boldenone, masteron, tren, that's 4. Like technically I'm taking nandrolone phenylpropionate right now, but it's only 5 milligrams a day. That is fucking tiny. 5 milligrams of NPP a day, like again, just to help heal my shoulder, that is fucking nothing. So, like, just for context, Mike Menser would do nandrolone-only steroid cycles. He would take 300 milligrams of NPP 3 times a week. So, in total, 900 total milligrams of just NPP. So, 5 milligrams a day, what is that? 35 milligrams in the entire week. Like, that. So, it's not really anything anabolic. So yeah, I'm really just on 5.
No, I mean they've worked for him. I mean he's jacked. He's just
or sorry,
has no
4.
body
Yeah,
shapes.
4.
Peppermint says right, blood for the blood god. Vegan Gains is quite sassy on trend. Maybe it's just it could be that vegan diet though. But I mean, trend brain is a real thing. Now trend.
I am more calm and less angry on trend.
Trend brain is totally a real thing. It's because the way it crosses the brain-blood barrier. And then binds to
the brain-blood barrier.
The androgen receptors in the brain. No, it's a real thing. Coach Blaha, honestly, dude, I can't do trend. If I did trend, I would be running down the street butt naked with a Viking helmet, swinging a battle axe, screaming blood for the blood god, skulls for the throne of corn.
No.
Rich Doctor says, dude looking big in a shirt too. That was 220.
Okay, someone's a little retarded. Let me see this one.
School shootings. But again, better safety protocols aren't teachers. I've known teachers out there who are cool with caring. I actually have 2 friends who are school teachers out there, like real life friends. So, you know, I know a school teacher who's a veteran. I know a Texas school teacher who's an Army veteran. I think she's qualified to carry a gun and protect her students. Right? I think that's a great solution. Is that fair? Any problem with anything I said there? Brian says, I'll see you saying, well, your whole crew better have level 4 plates, homie. Did you not watch my firearm channel I used to have on YouTube? Did you not see the thousands of dollars I made discussing tissue ballistics from the FBI handgun ballistics report? And me going into extremely nerd detail obsessive detail with what different bullet types do in human tissue. Like, have you not seen me totally nerd and spurg out, like autistic spurg out on that topic?
The thumbnail is from the Berserk 1990s anime. That's it's Void from the anime Berserk.
You may want to go watch that. You may want to look at my level of firepower. I don't just have like an AR-15 in a magazine. You may want to look at that before you roll up. Just going to throw that out there as a piece of advice. I try to keep at least 1,000 rounds in AR magazines handy, like loaded, ready to go. So, just me personally. I keep level 4 body armor by my bedside just in case there's a bump in the night. So, roll up, nigga. All right, back over to you two.
He really likes acting like he's this unstoppable badass.
That's what Texas. You don't think he does a test?
Like, this guy is so fucking broke. It's hard for me to believe that he has like that many magazines and that much ammo he's not even using for anything and just has ready, like, for what? Like 1,000 rounds of AR-15 mags, like, loaded and ready? The most you're ever going to see anyone carry who's actually going into real combat is like, what, in the 400s? I've heard of some dudes carrying around like 400 rounds of AR ammo. So that's yeah, that would be like, what, around 15 magazines? And again, so like, what the fuck is he gonna do with this? It just doesn't make any sense. Like, he's broke and poor, but he's gonna spend this much money on having 1,000 rounds worth of AR mags. Like, holy fuck, that's what, 10, 20, 30, like, you're talking about over 30 fucking magazines. Like, assuming the mags are 30 rounds. Like, loaded, and all that ammo too, which isn't cheap these days, and he's never gonna fucking use it, and he, like, it's just in his apartment or whatever, or his, like, little fucking room that he's renting from an old lady. Doesn't even have his own apartment. Like this is just clearly a fucking lie. This guy has so much money issues, there's no way he'd fucking do that, like, even if he wanted to. Like, sure, if he wasn't fucking broke, like, maybe because he's a retard, I could believe it, but, like, no, he's just too broke to make decisions like this.
To make you, well, there's a different everyone. It's like 10% of the population carries. My whole circle carries. All my friends carry.
Dodo, donate $2. Let me see.
This is a nuclear power plant under construction in China. Here's another one, and another one. In fact, of the 80 nuclear reactors currently being constructed around the world, half of them are in China. When they're all complete, China will become the global leader in nuclear power, overtaking the United States. The Jiangzhou nuclear power plant is especially interesting because in early 2026, 2 units went live here, both featuring China's next generation.
Yeah, the problem is that it's China, so who knows how good these fucking reactors are.
Reactor technology. There'll be 6 reactors here in total, bringing 60 billion kilowatt hours per year of clean energy to the local grid. That could result in 75% of this city's energy needs, as well as much of the city nearby, all being handled by this one plant. Put together, these cities...
Okay, boring. The fuck? Loomer in Ukraine on a paid RP trip to advocate for the continuation of Christian deaths. Well, for one thing, the majority of fucking Ukrainians are Christian. So, like, and I'm pretty sure Zelensky isn't even Jewish by faith. I don't know even if these other 2 dudes are even Jewish, whether ethnically or religiously. The majority of Ukrainians are fucking Christian. So, like, what sense does this make? So because the one leader in Ukraine's Jewish, And secondly, like, Russians are like have like the most fucked up, retarded, degenerate fucking society, like as if they're actually Christian. Just fucking stupid. These people on Twitter are just like brain dead fucking losers. Yeah, it's a pretty good cat. That's a nice big chumbish. I want you to watch this today.
In 1939, Winston Churchill...
All right, I already have that like loaded up and ready, so we can watch that. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
Be honest, nigger. Aren't you about just as broke as Blaha? You probably also spend more than him, and make just about the same amount of money.
Yeah, that's why I'm able to rent an actual house rather than a single fucking room in some old lady's house in Texas. That's why I have a vehicle, multiple. I have a few motorcycles. And Blaha does not even have a fucking car. Because I'm just as broke and make the same amount of money. Right. Thanks for the donation, dude.
All my homies are strapped. Right?
He literally has absolutely no friends.
But a bunch of my homies are police officers and everything else. Because my brother's a police.
There is absolutely nobody he's friends with who's a cop. No cop would dare be friends with Blaha. SV $20. How do you tell when a girl is just trying to turn you into her workhorse? Is it worth trying to test her? Buddy, like, just don't give them money. It's that simple. Thanks for the donation.
Only 10%. No. 10% of the population carries in Texas. All men carry. Okay. The implication would be that only 1 in 10 of them is actually a man.
You know what fucking happened today? I was on my way to the Veg Fest. I was like almost right at the like convention center that I was being held at. So I'm just going down the road. There was somebody in front of me, and then they turned left to move into the turning lane, so they went out of my way. Then suddenly, they veered back into my fucking lane without checking to see if anyone was there. I had to fucking brake really quickly to not ram into them. Then this fucking idiot behind me honks his horn at me and then pulls up beside me saying, "What the fuck are you doing? Why did you stop in the middle of the fucking road?" And I'm like, because the person in front of me, like, swerved in front of me and I would have gotten into an accident. And then he's like, "You don't know how to fucking drive." It's like, okay, next time I'll just cause an accident and smash into the person. Like, so you're happy. An idiot.
So did we clarify that? Let me rephrase that. All real men carry. Anyone who's not a beta cuck carries. Very simple mathematics.
This guy literally gets pegged. And he thinks he's like this dominant alpha male because he carries a gun. Chicks carry guns. Like, yeah, carrying a gun doesn't make you like an alpha male. Yeah, being anti-gun and saying like nobody should be able to own a gun. Yeah, you're a beta male then. But I mean, like, just the fact that you're carrying a gun, that doesn't mean you're some like fucking real man.
Why are people so stupid, VG?
You know, well, we evolved from chimps, and we're not all that dissimilar, so thanks for the donation, Dodo.
Now, it sounds weird, but in fact, this is indeed the case. Because remember, under...
Yeah, we saw the Islamic terror attack in Germany. They tried to kill gay people at a Pride festival.
The Congressional War Powers Resolution. The United States president is required to formally notify Congress every 60 days that U.S. troops are deployed. In fact, the president has just a 60-day window to perform military actions in response to an imminent threat before he needs real authorization from Congress. Now, President Trump's argument has, of course, made a ton of sense. He has said, well, technically, guys, we signed an MOU with the Iranians, and therefore, the war ended.
Did you film a video from Veagfist? You should have. You and Isaac riding the Dorkmobile. You randomly insulting other people's driving skills. You get there and eat vegan donuts and your favorite Jamaican vegan food. Then you bring home another 24 donuts.
I didn't have any donuts. I had Yugi rolls, which are basically vegan egg rolls, and just 2 of them, and I had a falafel wrap. Didn't have any, like, real junk food, nothing sweet. Didn't film anything, though. Thanks for the donation, 21st.
Ended. And anything that happens now is a new war that you've never heard of, that she goes to another school, guys. But she's a totally different war, and she's so hot. It's the hottest war, right? But she's definitely not fake. Okay, it's definitely not just Epic Fury in a new outfit. Okay, now obviously we're having a laugh here, and I get a kick out of making fun of this stupid legal fiction. And certainly Trump is not the first one to sort
of. Destiny is just a beta male cucked retard who is grifting. Half the shit he's saying he doesn't really believe. The other half is, yeah, he's beta male cucked. Like, he's infected with the commie brain rot, and he doesn't even realize it. But, again, like that debate we had about, you know, like, fucking Muslims not being violent, and there's no problem with the jizya. That seems like some brain-rotted shit to me. It didn't seem like he was just grifting. I think to some extent he was, but like I really think he does to some extent believe, oh, Muslims aren't that bad. You know, they only are responsible for 90% of the world's terror attacks and are literally destroying European society, but, you know,
of play these fast and loose games with the Constitution, but as a general set of principles, every time this has happened, it's been low-key kind of a disaster for the United States, because usually if the public can't be made to understand why a war is essential to American national security, it may in fact not be essential to American national security. If there's one thing Americans are pretty good at, it's knowing when our interests are at stake. So I point this out because you can see all these little red dots are places that the United States has bombed Iran in the last 13 days, the last 2 weeks or so. And as you can see, Trump formally notified Congress just, again, about 10 days ago, saying that, hey, the clock is resetting. We're having this new war that's totally not just a continuation of the previous one. And all this is kind of cute and kind of fun. And again, but it's not true. We should orient ourselves to true facts, okay?
Okay, I get it. It's not that big of a deal.
39 Winston Churchill famously described Russia as a riddle wrapped in a mystery inside an enigma. It seems that the more things change, the more they stay the same, because decades later, his words still capture Russia's unknowability. In the months leading up to Moscow's invasion of Ukraine, many commentators argued that it would never happen. It was assumed that crippling Western sanctions, diplomatic isolation, and military losses would render such a move strategically illogical for the Kremlin. And they weren't wrong. Ukraine became a meat grinder that tore through over 1 million soldiers killed and wounded. But Russia invaded anyway. Turns out things like good strategic sense were secondary considerations to the heady brew of ideology, nationalism, and historical ambition the Kremlin had been huffing. And this suggests something dangerous, that Moscow remains as unknowable as ever. While it might seem insane that Russia, in its current degraded state, would risk invading another country, that doesn't mean it won't happen. and perhaps nowhere is at risk quite like Kazakhstan. The country with the unenviable distinction of sharing the longest border with Russia of any nation, Kazakhstan also suffers from not having the protection of an alliance like NATO. Instead, its security is supposedly guaranteed.
Russia ain't invading Kazakhstan anytime fucking soon. They can't even invade Ukraine. So,
Guaranteed by the neighbor that now poses its biggest threat. As such, contingency planning has become a non-negotiable aspect of Astana's foreign policy. But can Kazakhstan keep the bear at bay, or is it doomed to become the...
I have no interest in watching this. This guy isn't a legitimate political commentator, and I know for a fact this guy relies on AI to make a lot of these scripts. So, I've seen a bunch of videos. He has like 10 YouTube channels. He has a YouTube channel where he talks about, like, you know, different ancient cultures and stuff like that. And when he covers a topic that you actually know something about, he makes so many fucking errors because, like, again, it's like the YouTube channels that used to be popular in the day, like the top 10 YouTube channels. All they do is Google shit, and they don't know fuck all about anything. Like, it's the same shit here. With the current state Russia's in, the idea that, oh, Kazakhstan's in imminent danger, like, give me a fucking break. Dota 92 I hate AOC, me too. Let me see.
Billionaires, Trump donors, and AIPAC are spending $50 million disparaging Abdul.
They're trying to trick us, flooding our TVs with attacks and lies. I want to keep our money here in Michigan. That's why they're coming after him.
The guy is a literal terrorist.
They have millions. Abdul has Bernie, AOC, nurses,
teachers, UA.
They should make a law that anybody named Abdul should not be able to hold any fucking political office. Same with names like Hadalekadaka, Durka Durka, Muhammad Jihad, you know, all those terrorist names. Like, get the fuck out of here. He is obsessed with Israel. Let me see. Buddy, like, this guy was sad Sinwar died. And the Iranian supreme leader. Like...
So AIPAC, where's the camera? AIPAC, I know you're...
Bro, imagine how fucking cucked and retarded you have to be to vote for somebody named Abdul. Just give me a fucking break.
You're watching you on and burn your damn money.
This argument doesn't even make any fucking sense because the US gets back more money than it spends on Israel.
You can't buy this, AIPAC. Can't buy it. Keep running your 30-second ads.
Okay, so if we don't give Israel any money, the potholes will be filled. You want to bet if this guy ever gets elected, the potholes will still be there. Two-state solution is physically possible, but currently politically untenable. A one-state solution is only possible if you're willing to allow every single Jew to be pushed out of the country. Considering intelligent, because I read source material, have a decent epistemic framework, he does not. Well-thought-out positions on subjects comment heavily on this, best evidence by people like you refusing to engage in conversations about your poorly thought-out positions. He refuses to engage in conversations. Like you saw that with the debate I had with him. Yeah. He's not completely cucked on Israel, but he still has some retarded takes. Thanks for that donation, Dodo.
Destiny is fucked, yet you're the one who decided very recently that your most important issue is stopping the Muslims, even though they make up a small percentage of the US population. You also sort of said Christian nationalism isn't that bad. Retard.
I never said Islamic immigration was the most pressing political issue, and I never said that Christian nationalism isn't that bad. I just said worst case scenario with Christian nationalism is we'll get a bunch of horse shit, but life will generally continue on as normal. If we had a mass immigration of Muslims and they became like a very dominant political force, or if like worst case scenario, like we had Muslim nationalism with Sharia law, our world would totally turn upside down. So you're just stupid. You're not able to listen to anything I say. You just take everything I say out of fucking context. You don't understand a single word I'm saying. And then you cry like a little fucking beta male about how, oh, Islamophobia, bigot. Like, I don't fucking care, dude. I don't waste my time with retards.
Honestly, it was a huge strategic mistake for Putin to invade Ukraine before Kazakhstan, seeing how Kazakhstan is not able to be supplied by Europe and is not as aligned with them and is more sparsely populated but has more resources and is larger, of course.
Yeah, he probably should have started with Kazakhstan. But, you know, I guess it worked out for the better in the long run. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
It's possible that Putin or his military advisors explained to him that if he invades Kazakhstan first, then Ukraine will prepare for invasion and it won't be as easy to take Ukraine, so better to take Ukraine first, then move on to the easier, bigger target.
Maybe. It's possible. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
Live in the studio by Nicole Whittle, who's a vegan content creator who posts under the name Vegan Beauty Girl. Vegan content creator.
Yes.
Now, define that. Welcome, by the way.
Thank you for having me. But so yeah, I'm an influencer and I try and use my influence for good. I consider myself a good influence and I try and help people go vegan or enjoy the vegan lifestyle a bit more, have plant-based swaps, shop cruelty-free.
Plant-based swaps?
Yeah, like, you know, you don't have to be fully vegan to enjoy vegan food. And I feel like everyone can take a few swaps. So I try and make it feel accessible and fun through social media.
How can vegan food possibly be fun?
Do you like beans on toast?
I do.
Do you like chips?
I love chips.
There we go. We're already halfway there. I think there's a fun side and then also
Are you going to tell me that vegan? That's vegan.
No.
Vegan food.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Thanks for the donation, dude.
What animal do you think's in those?
Well, I've never thought about it in that way.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you can't really say that sort of beans on toast is particularly high. I mean, it's high in protein, but it's
bit of fibre in there.
Very high in sugar.
Well, you don't have to have that. You can have a chickpea salad if you'd like. But I thought this would
now
be
you're
a
not
reaction.
talking.
I'm just saying, alongside with the NHS guidelines for fibre or a healthy diet, vegan food is very compatible.
My argument has always been, I mean, we're sort of slightly straying off from this, but just going on to sort of veganism more generally. My argument has always been, it's a bit like, I don't think the 5-2 diet was healthy because you're sort of starving yourself for 2 days a week. How can that possibly be healthy? Surely the healthy diet is a balanced diet.
A vegan diet can be a balanced diet, though. A balanced diet is about getting carbs, protein, vitamins, and all that. So as long as you're getting the nutrients and those food groups, you're fine, and you can do that without animals. So it is definitely a balanced diet.
But as human beings, I mean, we have particular teeth to eat meat, don't we?
Dodo donate $2, and it's not like Kazakhstan is run by a puppet of Putin like in Belarus.
The president of Kazakhstan has said he believes a peace deal might be reached between Russia and Ukraine if both sides freeze their conflict. Kassym-Jomart Tokayev was speaking directly to Russian President Vladimir Putin, who was sitting alongside him at a bilateral meeting in the eastern Russian city of Omsk. So let's listen in to what Tokayev said.
We've always held the Ukrainian people, their culture and their language in high regard. And we believe that the nature of this conflict is not entirely clear to many, including ourselves. No one knows how to resolve the situation, because each side has its own position. But on the other hand, there is the option of putting the whole matter on hold. This is a tried and tested approach in international practice. And all of this must be halted, because what's happening, in my firm opinion, plays into the hands of and delights the opponents of both Russia and the Ukrainian state.
All right, for more on this, let's speak now with DW correspondent Lisa Lewis in Riga. Lisa, great to see you. So how significant is it that Kazakhstan's president is calling for a peace deal in front of Vladimir Putin?
Right, I think it's fair to say that this is quite an extraordinary moment to see a close ally of Russia's speak out publicly in a televised speech, really, which was live television. Vladimir Putin didn't seem to be in the know about this. And Kazakhstan is really an important, one of the most important allies.
Cocked horseshit. Let's see, Frank Tufano.
The president of Kazakhstan has said.
All right, this looks stupid. Cellulite is not omega-6.
I'm pretty certain I'm going to be the first person to say this, and then everyone else is going to copy me, because that's how the health and nutrition space goes. Cellulite is the presence of omega-6 fatty acids as your primary fat stores.
No, it's not.
So when you consume these vegetable seed oils that are liquid at room temperature, you are what you eat. The fat cells in your body become liquid at room temperature. And if a high enough percentage of your body...
By the way, there's literally porn films that you can look up from the 1800s. And photos. Like this dates back really, really far, where literal slaves would have sex with white women and shit. And you can see some of these thick white girls who are fucking their big black dick slaves, and they have cellulite. So this is from a time period where they weren't using any seed oils. They were eating butter, lard, tallow, like Frank recommends. They have cellulite. And again, you just there's pornographic content for fucking ages. You can even go back thousands of years with some of those fertility statues. Yeah, you're telling me fat bitches didn't have cellulite in fucking ancient times? They literally modeled these clay and stone sculptures with cellulite and fat fucked up shit going on. So this is just
this whole
this guy is so remarkably uncultured. You can just think about this for 2 seconds. Okay, if this is true, we should be able to look into history and find that women always had the smoothest asses imaginable with no cellulite. Lo and behold, before seed oils were a thing and everybody was eating butter and tallow and crap like he recommends, women still had cellulite. You can see photos and videos from the 1800s, even during slave times, where there were thick-ass white girls with fucking cellulite. There are ancient clay sculptures showing women with cellulite.
Fat is made up of these omega-6 linoleic seed oils. You get cellulite. That's why when you Google, it says that cellulite's normal, because Starbucks and seed oils are a normal part of most girls' lives.
I have eaten my fair share of seed oils. You can take a look at my OnlyFans and look at my butt. Nice and smooth. Like this chick's ass. No cellulite, so...
So, you heard it here first. No one else is going to credit me. Cellulite is from vegetable seed oils, and high unhealthy fats in the
So someone's still stupid.
primal diet community is really strange and weird and evil. And what's really crazy is this account, which is exposing what Sverige did to his wife or girlfriend or whatever that he had a baby with. This account has been up since before he became popular. So this group of people that are promoting this guy for whatever reason, you know, and I can't really talk about the true reason, is, you know, the world is owned by evil people, and he's part of that evil group, and they promote this sadistic abuse and torture of people. So these people view evil things as good. So that's why they defend this guy for all these evil things, and they don't want you to find out about what he truly did, because most people have morals and wouldn't watch any of this lunatic's videos if they knew what he actually did. All these edgy teenagers eating raw meat don't know they're supporting a very evil rapist unaliver. Yeah, this whole primal diet community.
One of the rare sensible takes from Frank. Yeah, Sverige is a degenerate, evil piece of shit.
Then why do people like Dark Sovino act like porn is so unnatural and only existed when the internet was invented?
Does he really say that? Dude, I can see a gooner from a mile away, and Dark Snovia is a fucking gooner. The only reason I could figure he'd say that is it's just projection, and he has an issue with his own porn use, and he just tries to disincentivize people from watching porn, either so they don't have the same problem with porn use he has, or it absolves him of some kind of shame he has. But that guy's a fucking gooner. There's been pornographic content since humans existed. Again, there are ancient clay sculptures. You can find like Greek art and pottery that depicts sex scenes. Like, porn has existed since humans have existed.
Open this on stream or I will shit on you and beat your ass. I'll break arms like toothpicks. I'm way stronger than you.
I can't open that on stream, but it's some like weird dude sucking on some black dude's dick. It's like artwork you made. Thanks for the donation, non-wib.
Fun fact VG, did you know that Kazakhstan has a Russian population of 3 million, mostly situated in the border regions near Russia? And also, did you know that 8% of the country's land mass is in Europe? In fact, it's more land than the entire country of Switzerland.
Yeah, I knew they did have a big Russian population, and I know it's a big country. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
Is really strange and weird and evil. And what's really crazy is this account, which is exposing what Sverige did to his wife or girlfriend or whatever that he had a baby with. This account has been up since before he became popular. So this group of people that are promoting this guy for whatever reason, you know, and I can't really talk about the true reason, is, you know, the world is owned by evil people, and he's part of that evil group, and they promote this sadistic abuse and torture of people. So
well, that's literally Sverige's whole audience. Like, people watch them because they're like fucked up retards. Like he's made videos about how it's a good thing to have sex with children and stuff, and then his audience is like, yeah, totally. Like, yeah, they're insane.
You guys are DMing me this. I really don't want to talk about this giant implant scam artist, and this is what they specialize in: photoshopping and altering images to scam young men. Giant Implants has only ever botched patients. He only ever will botch patients. That's why this guy, as well as that other weirdo LI noob, that both look like they're wearing someone else's face, are doing sketchy stuff. This is a photo that was allegedly taken recently. And then he's posting videos looking like this. So, you know, what's really going on here? Whether this photo is altered or not, yeah, I mean, doesn't change the fact that these people, I'm surprised he's posting videos, honestly. I'm surprised he's not just posting altered images, but it really shows how deep this scam.
These people are just gay losers. Your main concern as a man, if you want to look good, is getting big and strong and also lean. So just having a strong, lean, athletic build. That's like 99% of like making yourself attractive. The other 1% is like I'm talking about looks specifically, dressing nice. And like, I mean, if you have a fucked up haircut or yeah, if you have some deformity, like some weird fucking strange crooked nose or something, then plastic surgery makes sense. But like, if there's nothing like actually wrong with your face, like if it's not a deformity or something, like chances are plastic surgery isn't going to make you look any better. You're going to look the way you're going to look. But again, a lot of the problems with people's faces is just they're too fat. If they just got lean, you know, your jaw is going to be more chiseled and square. Like your facial proportions are just going to look better. And again, like women are kind of into like men, so these dudes who are just like doing all this shit with plastic surgery, they're just fucking gay retards. Dodo, donate $2. Listen to this dumb fat woman. Is this Frogan?
What does this even mean, though? Oh, hey, don't mind me. I'm just reading about how the House just passed the $1.1 trillion Pentagon budget. So I just read up on what it all means because it was a lot of confusing congressional jargon, but once it's broken down, it's really easy to understand what's truly happening here. So before I tell you what this all means, I want you to know that 6 Democrats voted yes and 7 Republicans voted no. So basically, since October of 2023, the U.S. has given Israel over $30 billion in military aid. Overall, it has just been used for the death and destruction of hundreds of thousands of people.
Yes, that's kind of what military aid is for. Death and destruction, you fucking retard.
In Palestine, Lebanon, Iran.
Did you know that people are using guns to shoot people? Did you know that bombs go boom and blow stuff up? Can you believe that? Like, yeah, that's what military aid's for. It's for shooting shit, blowing shit up. Like, that's how you defeat your enemies. Like, what fucking point are you making?
Etc. Americans saw this transfer of money and aid and they realized they don't like it. It's billions of their own tax dollars going to occupation and war overseas. So now we have polling that shows that over 60% of Americans oppose sending military aid to the state of Israel.
Well, those 60% of people are retarded. I don't know what it matters if a majority think it's not good. Great. If the majority of people thought it was a bad idea to go to war with Nazi Germany, would that make it a bad idea?
So for the US and Israel to still have a relationship in which military and data assistance can be given to one another without the annoying opposition making noise every time a check is signed or a cargo ship is sent over, Netanyahu and the Israeli lobby proposed what he calls my plan.
Best way to reduce facial puffiness, be less fat.
In the Pentagon budget, which basically proposes to change the U.S.-Israeli relationship from aid to partnership. So this means that U.S.-Israel...
Oh, I'm falling asleep. I'm not watching that anymore.
Around to the offices to ask them to sign on to bills that will stop the war.
High school students are joining us in Congress. Correction. Beta male fucking twinks in high school are joining you in Congress. Do you think this kid gets any fucking pussy in his fucking high school? This fucking dumb broccoli-haired lanky fucking prick. Like anybody fucking cares what this dumb little fucking twink bitch has to say.
I printed out and read the stupid 100-page State Department report on Cuba, so you don't have to. Cuba, if you don't know, is not dangerous because of its economy or military. It's dangerous because of its ideas. This report says Cuba has spent decades shaping American politics, influencing everything from anti-war activism to racial justice groups, student organizing.
Yeah, that's what commies do. They try to infiltrate your political system and radicalize people.
Labor unions, by building this vast network through solidarity organizations and academics and journalists.
She's literally admitting she's working with commies to, like, again, radicalize American politics. Like, this is so fucking retarded.
Journalists and labor leaders, and yes, peace activists. It does mention Code Pink. But here's the problem. While the report documents that these organizations exist, and it shows they travel to Cuba and write articles and hold conferences and organize humanitarian aid, and yes, advocate for ending the blockade, what it doesn't demonstrate is that they
Women would prefer men with lower body fat percentages, like, yeah, under 12%.
They take orders from the Cuban government or act as agents of a foreign state, and those.
Okay, I'm falling asleep again. Oh.
Sir, how'd you vote on the NDAA?
Vote for it.
Why?
I'm a Marine.
You're a Marine. So as a
Ma'am.
Marine, do you think the U.S. went into war unprovoked in Iran?
No, I do not. And the reason why I don't is because I joined the Marine Corps 3 days after they took the Iran hostages. For 47 years, they killed our friends.
Did you see what the U.S. did to Iran in 1953 when we overthrew their government? Maybe we ought to leave other countries alone.
Yes, let fascism spread. Leave other countries alone. Let Hitler do what he wants. Uh-huh. Great idea. I love that fucking logic. Leave other countries alone. Let them become fascist and spread their fascist influence to other countries. What could go wrong?
Incisors and sort of, I mean, that.
It also eats vegetables. We have the option. I have hands that could kill a puppy, but I'm not going to do it. You know what I mean? That would be horrible.
That really would be horrible.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I'd throw you out the studio if you ever did that.
Well, thank you. As I would hope you would. I'm just saying, just because we have the ability doesn't mean it's morally correct.
No, but it's just human beings have virtually, I mean, unless you want to go back like 5,000 or 10,000 years or something, we've always been hunters. We've always eaten meat. Now, okay, you can say, well, that's a weak argument. We've sort of committed genocides over the years. You don't want to commit another one.
I would agree with that.
So,
yeah.
I mean, I get that argument, but it seems to be a joyless pursuit, veganism.
I completely disagree, but I would also just first like to say that whilst we may have eaten meat as a human race for years and years and years and centuries and however long you want to say, but factory farming is still very new, and the amount of meat we consume right now, very unsustainable, very unethical. It's not been done for a long time. So even like I can't click my fingers and make everyone go vegan, but I would at the very least like people to go back to pre-factory farming levels where it could be done a bit.
Why do women say they prefer dad bods? Yeah, pro tip, don't listen to anything women say. They're fucking insane and they don't even know what the fuck they want. So, base your fucking decisions on results, not on, oh, girls say they like a guy who's sensitive and caring and doesn't work out too much and has a dad bod and is a little chubby. Are they fucking any of those dudes? Do you see any women dating fucking guys like that? No. So they're all fucking fawning over dudes like Chris Hemsworth, Henry Cavill. Who's that fucking black guy that I don't really like who was in fucking Black Panther? So, like, they're all into tall, jacked, lean dudes who are, like, strong and assertive. Like, don't listen to their fucking dumb horse shit. Women will say all kinds of stupid shit.
What about this?
Oh, yeah, Brad Pitt is a good example. Like, again, if you look at the kind of popularity that Brad Pitt had, probably peaked around Troy when he got as big and muscular as he ever had been. So, like, again, just don't believe their fucking stupid horseshit. Yeah, women prefer dad bods. That's why, like, women were fucking going crazy for Brad Pitt and fucking Troy, right? Because they like dad bods, guys that are, like, fucking chubby and shit. Yeah, women like dad bods. That's why they're all freaking out over fucking Brad Pitt and Troy with his fucking abs. Uh-huh. Yeah, sure. They're not fucking those dudes, are they?
Ben Shapiro's being an idiot and claiming that attacking Iran's oil infrastructure will result in an instant win of the war. The fact, this will take years if not decades and may not be a successful war.
Depends on what you count as a win. Like I don't think Ben understands how radically Islamic they are. Like, again, this is all driven by ideology. They think they're fulfilling some Islamic prophecy. So they're willing to go completely broke and destroy their society. They're going to keep fighting. Again, it's just Islamic radicalism. So yeah, you can fuck them up and like irreparably damage their society, but they'll just keep going.
I get why people are confused and upset. It feels like things are stalemated, that they're getting broader and more difficult.
How many women are into choking? Quite a lot.
Well, why? Well, because what the American people want is victory. There's this bizarre notion in foreign policy that the American people are deeply worried about the immediate.
Some women are into Timothy Chalamet, just like how some men are into Lizzo. Different strokes for different folks, but again, like if you look at if you're like thinking about mass appeal, how do you appeal to the most amount of women or whatever? Like again, Brad Pitt, Chris Hemsworth, fucking Henry Cavill. Like when they're all jacked in the best shape, 6-pack abs, like that's what women are clearly into.
Cost of war to the enemy. That the American people, that we can't handle the ugliness of war for even a day. That every conflict has to be totally antiseptic. And here I'm not even talking about the American willingness to undergo casualties. No one in America wants American casualties. It's a tragedy and a horror. We do understand that war does come along with casualties. And we are willing to undergo those casualties in pursuit of an end and a victory for America. But as far as the idea that, for example, America, we can't hit Kharg Island because the Iranian people would then be deprived of oil resources. The American people are, I should say, not particularly concerned about that. We are far more concerned with why we're there not winning. I think that what we actually ought to do is say an eye for everything. Like you touch a ship in the Strait of Hormuz and we kill the head of the IRGC, we kill Khalibaf, we kill your entire leadership class. Again, we destroy South Pars and we destroy Kharg. One drone, and that's what happens. That is the way you win in the Middle East. By the way, that's the way you win generally.
My point is that aren't the muscular men women fawn over typically muscles plus body fat around 15-20%? What body fat do you think Brad Pitt was in Troy? Like, again, he was around 10%, if not a little lower. Chris Hemsworth in Thor, again, 10%, if not a little lower. Henry Cavill in Man of Steel and when he played Geralt of Rivia, he was a little higher. He might have been like around 12, 13, but he was under 15%. So I don't know where the fuck you're getting that idea.
Party proposal here, because I mean, do you think that, say, workplace canteens and restaurants should be legally obliged to offer vegan food?
I think it should be similar to
Congratulations, you're banned. See you later.
Restaurants that had to start labeling their calories, for example. That applied to restaurants of a certain size. I personally feel like small cafes, restaurants, all the small businesses have enough hoops to jump through, which you did already kind of sympathize with. So I would say it would have to apply in those sort of ways where you can target the big businesses, and already from like Subway to Pizza Express to the Ivy to, of course, Greg's, everyone's got vegan options already. It's not that different to cement it in law, but where we are sincerely in a climate crisis, we're all so hot we're struggling to sleep, we do need to actually start looking at the food we eat and taking it seriously and switching to more plant-based options where we can, without forcing it down people's throats. Just giving them the choice and making it appealing is the first step.
Here's an ethical question for you. What about vegan restaurants? Should they be forced to offer meat dishes?
I would rather they weren't.
I know
but-
you'd rather, but you see the logic of what I'm saying
No.
here.
No, there's no logic.
If normal I say normal, I mean it's if ordinary restaurants are legally obliged to provide a vegan option, why wouldn't vegan restaurants then logically have to offer other options?
Because there's a difference between catering to dietary requirements and beliefs. Like dietary requirements, basically allergies and beliefs, right? If you're not willing to eat vegan food, you're just a fussy eater. Unless you can like say,
I am a very fussy
well, there we
eater.
go. And I don't think we should really be working anything around fussy eaters, in my personal opinion. So, yeah.
How do you become an influencer?
To be honest, so I've been vegan since 2007. And around 2015, I started seeing the vegan movement grow. And I was getting quite jealous I wasn't a part of it. So that's when I started in blog and I opened up Instagram. And then it's kind of grown from there. But a lot
Ben Shapiro would kick Destiny's ass.
of people go in it for the money, and obviously I'm very grateful to make a living from it, but I'm very selective of who I work with. But
Well, how do you make money from it?
through ads. So you work with brands and they pay you, and that's the majority of it. Some platforms like YouTube will pay you per views, but yeah,
And you can
it's
make a
good.
living out of that.
Yeah. I'd make a lot more money if I would work with the companies I boycott, but it's like if they test on animals, for example, I won't work with them. If they're on boycott lists, generally they're not going to be for me. So there's a big chunk of people that I don't work with, and they're generally the people with the biggest pockets.
But do you feel obliged? So if you're being paid to promote a product, I mean, obviously you've got to promote it.
Yeah.
You're not giving you're influencing, but you're not giving an independent viewpoint, are you? Because you're being paid to do so.
Of course, but that's why we say it's an ad, so that people know there is a financial incentive on it, and that's always at the start of the caption. But, that's a small percentage of the content. And also I'm just very careful about who I'll advertise for. Like I had an email today from like Temu, I've had them from L'Oreal before, and I just say no because I don't want to promote it. So it's quite easy to say no. And I'd rather go back to having an office job than compromise on my morals.
What about if you had an approach from a company that's got nothing to do with vegan food? They just think, oh well, we quite like the look of her. She's a positive role model. We'll like.
I just randomly remembered how washed up you are. Even Dan and Destiny called you out for being washed up and a nobody the other day. And you said, I just started uploading some videos. Lol, no. You uploaded 2 videos on Greg and that's it.
That's great. It's not like I'm not going to upload anymore. And as if anybody should care what they fucking think. Okay, Mr. The jizya isn't a bad thing is calling me washed up. Okay, that's nice. You can make money being a complete retard.
Dumbass interviewer. She explained precisely a million reasons why forcing a vegan option makes sense. Just for retard meat brain to ask a why no meat option in vegan restaurant. God, the world fucking sucks.
Yeah, I mean, they're all retards. What do you expect? They're just dumbasses. So, yeah. It's what they do, man. Thanks for the donation on Wib.
I mean, say, for example, I'm trying to think, say an Audi electric car that Audi wanted to advertise through you. Would you accept an advert from them?
I'd probably get rejected. I can't drive. So I've not got a license.
Okay, all right, well, Haribo.
Oh, no, I don't even know if they do a vegan flavour. No, I wouldn't.
Haribo does have a vegan gummy. They do, actually.
No. Maybe if they were launching one, I'd have to look into it.
Yeah, Haribo does actually have a vegan gummy candy. Dodo donated $2. I think
you can't
one
trust
of them,
your friends on Discord.
I think one of the Haribo candies are incidentally vegan, but they do actually have a vegan Haribo gummy thing.
Anymore, because I uncovered a scam that spreads through your friends, the people that you already trust, and thousands of people have fallen for it, even YouTubers.
No, I didn't hear about the Canadian Chinese spy in NATO HQ. That sounds about right, though.
But getting hacked is only the beginning, because once they hack your account, they'll extort you for thousands of dollars, then hijack your account to spread the scam to your friends. But if you don't have friends like me, things get worse, because the hacker will turn your account into an e-girl and use it to catfish and hack lonely men on Discord. Now, I wanted to know who was behind the scam, so I tracked down the guy doing it, and I exposed everything about him. How much money he makes, his connection to another scamming operation that no one knows about, not even Discord, and even private conversations with his e-girlfriend. Now, I was first made aware about this scam when one of my viewers sent me DMs that he had with an e-girl.
They have a vegan gummy? Are those the same gummies that Redacted offered you the last time you ever saw her? Also, that was the very last time you saw her, correct? Or did you end up seeing her once more after that? Perhaps in court?
Literally no. Thanks for the donation, 21st.
And if it wasn't clear by the other 4 e-girls that are DMing him, this dude is down bad delirious. And it turns out this e-girl that added him out of absolutely fucking nowhere, added to get to know him. Now, by the heart reactions and heart emojis and cutesy faces, you already know what we're in for. Absolute torture. I love play on cute Minecraft servers. If you want, we can play together. Again, this dude is down bad delirious, and he asks, if you don't mind me asking, what do you look like? Even fucking Stevie Wonder could see that this is a catfish, because as I scroll down the photo, the photo that they sent is a girl with a cat on Discord. Like, come on, bro. Anyways, the scam that I'm talking about, let me get back on track here, is that they talk about Minecraft, and this girl invites him to play Cutie Cat. God, this fucking e-dating's making me stupid. He gets invited to cutiecraft.world, where you're gonna need to download this from the website for the cute items. And this guy fucking hypnotized. Now, I went to this cutiecraft.world website, and it doesn't work. So I had to talk to one of the 200 other people that sent me this scam, and I found this website, and this is what the scam is supposed to look like. It's a Minecraft, a cute little Minecraft game. And before I visited this website, I used this video sponsor, Proton VPN. Now, while I was researching the scam, I had to visit a whole bunch of cringe, horrible e-girl Minecraft websites, but one of the websites I want to point out is this one here. Now, it's obviously not Minecraft, it's a movie watching application. I don't want to spoil too much, but you'll see a lot about it later. But when I visited the website and I tried downloading the malware to analyze it, I noticed that in my little network request, the scammers are sending a post request to a Discord webhook, which, if we look at the payload, we can see that it is sending my good old IP to the scammers. And if I wasn't using Proton VPN to hide my IP with their 20,000 servers in 148 countries, the scammers would have my real IP, and they would be able to DDoS me off the internet as revenge for exposing their scam. But things are changing when it comes to scamming, and you'll see later in the video, but scammers will try to extort you just with your IP. And when you have a VPN, you can just laugh at these people, which this guy did. But for you regular people that have a life unlike myself, Proton VPN is still a helpful tool for just browsing the internet more freely. Proton VPN allows you to bypass region block content, and if you're downloading certain things that you might get emails for, Proton VPN allows you to hide your activity from your ISP, which stops those emails from hitting your inbox entirely. So if you want to help support the channel, then use my link in the description, protonvpn.com/NTTS, to get up to 70% off your subscription. And out to me. Now, if you don't want to get scammed, remove what if 6-7 was real from your brain. You don't need to know that lore yet. That's only for philosophers. Instead, replace your brain knowledge with this. There's 3 things about this scam that make it so that hundreds of people fall for it. But the first thing is that this scam will constantly change names. I showed you Kittycraft, I don't even remember what the name is. This person here, they got invited to play Sweetcraft. In this case, they didn't even get sent a link to the website. They joined the Minecraft server, and the Minecraft server told them to go to the website to download the sketchy exe file. The scammers are constantly changing the name of the scam, because before, it was called Sugar SMP, and when you search it up on Google, it tells you, run away, this is malware. When people get hacked, they are constantly posting on Reddit, and the scammers know that, and they're constantly changing the name so that you can't just Google. Like, I literally searched for Sweetcraft, and there's actually genuinely nothing. So, case in point. But the second thing you need to keep in mind is that you're not just downloading sketchy-ass
Jazz
.exe file. In other cases, they might get you to download mods. And in some cases, you might not even be invited to a Minecraft server. You might just have someone drop sweetiecraft.zip into your DMs and they expect you to download it. In fact, I've seen a zip file. I've also seen a .mr file, which is a modrinth mod pack. But these could also be Minecraft mods that hack you. But the third thing that makes the scam so potent, it's the fact that this dude that I looked at didn't even get DM'd by Negro. One of their real friends that they have on Discord got hacked, and the hacker inside of their account convinced them to download the Minecraft scam. And in fact, the scammers have gone so far that they've used Google Translate to speak in Vietnamese to make it seem like that nothing is going on. In fact, this is what the YouTuber BTMC got hacked by. Now, I'll have this video linked in the description because it's a great way to show you the panic that you're going to go through if you fall for this scam. But they fell for it because
booting up Minecraft. My friend invited me to be a part of someone's birthday video.
Obviously, in a YouTube video talking about a scam, it's clear that this is a scam. But in the moment, with most people, if they're a good friend, your guard's going to be completely down. But now that you understand how the scam works, why do these scammers go through all of this effort to hack your account? And the answer on why they do this is in the first 2 seconds of BTMC's video. It's this Discord partner badge. But if you're not a Discord loser like me, you might not know, but these Discord badges are worth a lot of money. There are Telegram groups that will sell accounts with Discord badges like Early Bot Developer and Early Supporter, and they will sell these accounts accounts for $6,700. If you spend $6,700 on a Discord account, you are the stupidest motherfucker on the internet. But these scammers will also target people with rare usernames. If your username is short or it's something edgy like fraud or scam or my parents actually hate me and I'm the cause of their divorce, then that's worth a lot of money. But the weird thing is that even people that I've shown you before, some of those guys had like no Discord badges. They're just a random account, yet they still got hacked, which I'll explain a little bit later why they do that. But I want to talk about someone named Name because they have a Discord bug hunter badge. This golden spoon to the right dipshit on Discord is worth like $10,000 to $20,000 or something. I don't know the exact price, which means that there's a lot of dumb degenerate dipshits on Discord that are going to contact Name to try and scam them. For example, Selena said, "I'd be very happy if you came quickly. It won't take long to install. An ERP for Minecraft is a nice fantasy of mine." Now the tone switches because I had to lock in for a second. "I'm so wet. Will this last much longer? You come to the board, play the game, and fuck me." And the cherry on top of it all is this random e-girl that this guy just got DM'd by says, "I love you."
It is fucking boring, dude.
Is there any aspect of veganism that is unhealthy? Because I remember from previous phone-ins we've done on the subject that I'll be talking to, I don't know, a dietitian, and they will say, well, you have to compensate for the lack of, I'm trying to remember now, is it calcium? Or there are one or two things that you have to like add additives in or sort of take pills to be healthy.
Say a lot of vegan options like the vegan milks and the vegan butter alternatives, they are generally fortified. So a lot of them actually come with the sort of nutrient deficiencies we might have. But a lot of the nutrients that you might find in animals are often put in their feed. So they're eating it from the feed they're given from the farmers. And then that's how it comes through the animals. So generally there's a supplement somewhere. It's just who's taking it.
Because if I may say so, you look very healthy.
Oh, thank you.
Which is unlike some other vegans of my acquaintance, shall we say.
I've been vegan for 18 plus years, so there we go. I think it's like any diet. You can go any route around it. All you're doing is not eating meat.
Jasmine? Jasman?
That's nice, thank you.
And not eating eggs and milk.
What would you say if you had a 7-year-old daughter and your daughter came to you and said, "Mummy, I want to be a vegan"? I mean, is a vegan diet healthy for young children?
Yeah, I mean, I was 13 when I went vegan, and I was 10 when I told my parents I didn't want to eat meat anymore.
And what was their reaction?
They were just like, "Okay, I guess you got to do it." I think so. I went vegan when I was 13, and the year before, I gave up chocolate for the whole year. So I think when I've already done that, they'd given up. They were just like, "If she's got her mind on something, it's going to happen." So they just supported me, and I came to them with research. I was like, "Here's what I'll eat. Here's how."
Thoughts on rise of National Socialism in Europe? What do you think is going to happen when they get in power and start deporting all illegals and immigrants? They would have to utilize mass surveillance for it to work.
No, they just have to deport them. That's it. They don't need mass surveillance. These people are very easy to track down. So, they're already doing it in countries like Sweden. It's very easy to know who these people are, the fake refugees and shit, and deport them.
We both like Jews. It says you like Jews.
I love Jews.
Yeah, amazing. Tell me, what do you like about the Jews?
I like...
This is 2 hours long, and you expect me to fucking watch this at 2 a.m? Thanks for the donation one.
I'll be healthy. They were just like, "Yeah, go on." And I like that. It was nice to be
Do you think
respected.
that's a typical reaction, though, from parents? Because
No.
I can imagine, particularly, say, in a family where there's 3 or 4 children, and one decides that they want to be a vegan, and it would normally be the mother, I guess, would say, "Well, I'm supposed to do 2 different meals, am I? Sort of every day?"
I would love to, shout out to my mum. She is incredible because she definitely went the extra mile for me. And I remember, we still speak about it, but her first supermarket shop was really difficult. This was back in 2007. It was hard to shop for a vegan, but you love a child, you're going to help them through their beliefs and their convictions. So yeah, it wasn't too big an ask. And I feel like I've always been quite happy with what I get. I think from being vegan from a young age, before anyone knew what I was, whatever got put in front of me, I was just grateful to have something.
Well, maybe I should give it a second.
I think you should.
I did. I did. I remember when I had my gallbladder out a couple of years ago, and I jokingly said to my partner, "It means I've got to go vegan, so you can cook for yourself then."
Yeah, this guy got his gallbladder removed because he's like such a fucking unhealthy fat ass. And then he's complaining about eating vegan. Okay, well, I guess you can like die of health issues then.
So no support there.
Well, this is one of the things that I think can be helpful about having more vegan food embedded into British society. Because
I don't know what NIN is.
I will say we are a very meat-heavy culture, and it would really be helpful to have more places offer more vegan food so we can see how that works.
But there are lots of vegan restaurants now. In some areas. I mean, obviously in bigger cities. I think in Brighton you can't really move for them, can you?
It's beautiful. I love it there.
and there are so many more products now that you can. I mean, it's like ice cream now. I mean, Magnum. You can get vegan Magnums, which don't taste quite the same, but they're not. I mean, I remember when I had vegan cheese once, it really was disgusting. I mean, this was a few years ago now. But then again, you if you can have a vegan sausage, if you really hanker, I mean, why wouldn't you eat the real thing?
Well, red meats and processed meats are linked to cancer. They're carcinogenic. So that's like, if you look at cancer research or the World Health Organization, they advise you to really limit your intake or avoid it completely. So I think that's a good reason not to eat them. If you can get a vegan sausage that doesn't come with that baggage, and you're not killing an animal, and it's better for the environment, I think it's hard to argue against.
Are you into your current affairs and politics at all?
Somewhat.
Right. We'll have you on Cross Questions soon. Thank you very much. It's been really entertaining. Thank you very much indeed. And we will talk to you very soon. That's Nicole Whittle there.
Guess that didn't go too badly.
People love to talk about bird bites. The thing is they don't want to bite. And if you're not listening to your bird, you might get nipped. But I think there's a difference between...
Well, no, I just used him as an example to show my point. Not that you have to watch the whole thing, but probably more interesting than whatever boring shit you watch nowadays. I don't know how you can do it without mass surveillance. ICE heavily utilizes it.
Yeah, these people have their biometric data taken. You can just look at, like, I don't even know what you mean by mass surveillance. But again, they have to have, like, a bank account to fucking live in Europe. Especially with how a lot of European countries handle residency. They have a system where you have to register your address and everything. Again, you have to have a bank account. Like, it's very easy to track these people. You don't need mass surveillance. Thanks for the donation, dude. And I don't know how you figure a fucking 2-hour fucking video is reasonable for me to watch right now. And it's fucking stupid. Thanks for the donation.
An actual bite and them just using their beaks. So, I mean, these guys have bolt cutters on their faces. Hyacinth macaws open up macadamia and Brazil nuts to give you an indication of how strong that is. So if they want to hurt you, well, they can, but they don't want to. It's about knowing your bird. When you work with birds, you know, I rescue birds, I adopt birds, I take birds that are maybe not that nice, and there is a degree of learning boundaries with them. But as far as actual injuries, I have none. Have I been nipped? Have I needed a Band-Aid? Yes, but I've never needed really anything terrible. So I guess if you're going to be around them, yeah, it's probably going to happen to some extent, but I wouldn't say it's a real bite. People love to talk about bird bites. The thing is
birds. Is there a thing that I was going to watch here?
Homelessness, drug abuse, and mental illness untreated Welcome to your new Canada. Qu'est-ce que vous consommez?
Ben, je sais pas, ça vous regarde pas.
Je trouve ça aberrant que les immigrants, puis la rente, quand c'est industriel, ils ont des gros chèques d'aide sociale, 3-4 000 par mois. Ils ont un logement, eux autres, ont mis dans une case de tombe.
Le gouvernement donne des subventions vraiment dérisoires aux étrangers ici pour des sommes que nous n'avons pas sur l'aide sociale.
C'est drôle, on se fait déraciner.
Justement, qu'est-ce que vous pensez de ça? On reçoit beaucoup d'immigrants, ils ont beaucoup de ressources, même des logements.
Ils ont tout. Nous autres, on se fait tasser. Je trouve ça un petit peu aberrant.
Montréal. We're living in a two-tiered society where immigrants are just given more priority and get more benefits than white people. That's all there is to it. Like, yeah, there are people who are broke and have issues here that are getting less social assistance than fucking immigrants who are just fucking retarded.
Those are hyacinth macaws. Did you know they are the most expensive pet birds you can buy, costing from up to $15,000 to $40,000? Dollars, hell, even $50,000 in some states like California.
I did not know that. That is a very expensive burb. So, yeah, expensive burb. Thanks for the donation, Dodo. Appreciate it.
C'était pas de même là-bas. Ben, c'est ça la gauche.
Vous allez rester dehors à l'hiver?
On est bien ici.
Alexa Lavoie for Rebel News, and I'm in Montreal. And today we are taking a closer look at how Canada's major cities have been transformed by rising homelessness, open drug use, and untreated mental illness. This crisis has been growing for years, with encampments becoming a familiar sight in cities across the country. These streets have become a visible symbol of liberal policies that have failed, while Ottawa has continued to expand immigration.
Give me 1 second.
And commit billions of dollars to a range of programs. Many Canadians struggling with homelessness still face long waits for housing, addiction treatment, and mental health care. And that's without even mentioning the so-called harm reduction policies that have placed too much emphasis on providing access to drugs, needles, syringe, and pipes, and not enough.
It's hard to believe that a shitty independent right-wing social media news outlet like Rebel Media is now more reliable than the mainstream news media.
Well, that's exactly what you'd expect. These mainstream media sources, all these people who get employed by them, they're college educated, so they've gone through an indoctrination system to just support highly left-wing bias horse shit or like straight up communism. So you'd expect alternative independent media to be more accurate in their reporting, at least on certain things. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
Helping people get clean. In this report, we will be speaking with people living on the streets, hear directly from those affected by these policies, and ask whether governments have lost sight of the goal of helping people recover, regain stability, and reintegrate into society?
Ben, l'hiver passé, on s'est trouvé un appartement, mais sauf qu'il y a eu des problèmes avec les propriétaires, fait qu'on s'est ramassé au printemps dehors, c'est malgré nous.
J'avais un logement, mais j'ai pas fait ce qu'il fallait. Ça m'a tout coûté, là.
Est-ce que le problème de peut-être consommation est...
Un petit peu de tout. Je dépense, je n'arrive pas à garder mon argent, je paye pas mon loyer, un petit peu de tout, en fait, là.
Est-ce que je peux vous demander, qu'est-ce qui vous a amené à être sans domicile?
C'est
que...
je suis sortie de prison, puis j'ai beau avoir fait des démarches, ben, mon copain était dans les refuges, fait que je suis retournée dans les mauvais plis.
J'ai 840 $ par mois.
OK. Qu'est-ce que vous faites avec votre argent?
Là, voici, j'ai acheté une tente, 230 $. Parce que celle-là, j'ai eu de l'eau. Fait que mon linge qui est par terre est imbibé. Fait que je suis en train de la faire sécher puis sortir mon linge. C'est pour ça que j'ai acheté cette tente-là.
OK.
Faut avoir une place pour dormir parce que je peux plus vraiment l'utiliser. Il y a comme des champignons, si on peut dire, et tout. Tant que je l'ai pas nettoyé.
So I don't think you realize how huge is this homeless encampment. It starts kilometer away from this side and it goes all the way, really far away, many kilometers away. It's all on the side of the cycle lane. I think it's the biggest encampment I saw in my whole life.
Je bois pas d'alcool depuis beaucoup d'années. Je consomme un petit peu de cannabis, un petit peu de speed. Mais bon, la vie a fait en sorte, la hausse des loyers, la COVID, qui m'a amené...
COVID, il y a beaucoup de monde. Hein?
Oui, puis c'est pas fini parce que regarde, le gouvernement donne des subventions vraiment dérisoires aux étrangers ici pour des sommes que nous n'avons pas sur l'aide sociale et nous n'avons plus les moyens de se payer un logement. Et ceux qui sont tombés dans la consommation excessive du fentanyl n'ont plus le goût de voir la vie. Ils veulent probablement mourir un petit peu.
Est-ce que vous avez des problèmes justement de consommation au niveau de la...
Non, jamais rien.
Seulement de l'alcool?
Encore bien moins.
Il y a une bouteille juste là.
Imagine if people just took steroids instead of like fentanyl and shit. Oh, like what's crazy to me too is they'll literally give these people free drugs. Like I'm not even kidding. Canada is brain rotted and retarded. There's programs in Canada that will give these homeless drug addicts free Dilaudids. So they have a safe supply of opiates, safe supply. But then they have a problem with steroids where you can't just buy them over the counter, you know? You have to go through this retarded gatekeeping fucking horse shit where it's like, your testosterone's low, but it's not that low. You know, maybe just see what it's like in a few months. Try getting some better sleep. Oh, it's still low. Well, I don't know. I'm a fucking dumbass and I don't know anything about testosterone, so I'm going to lie to you and say that it'll give you blood clots, even though it doesn't, because I just don't want to prescribe it. But then they'll give these homeless drug addicts free Dilaudids. Like, it's just such a fucking joke.
Non, ça, c'est mon cendrier.
Ben, je consomme, oui, mais c'est vraiment pas, c'est pas dérangeant, mettons.
Ouais. Qu'est-ce que vous consommez?
I can guarantee to you, steroids make you feel better than Fen. Like, yeah, you get fucked up and high, but feeling good is a little more complicated than just getting fucked up and high.
Ben, ça, c'est pas...
Steroids allow you to get high on life, you know, which is much better. Do you like anything Eth Rowan Atkinson, like Johnny English? That's not a proper sentence.
How many people at Veekfest told you that you are insanely jacked?
A bunch. Yeah, there were a bunch of people who came up to me. There was a dude who asked me if I was vegan, and then he was actually like blown away, like, holy shit, fucking base, dude. And then gave me a fist bump. There was some chick I was talking on the phone, and then she like commented, "Holy shit, your fucking back is huge." Like especially with my like arms up, like my traps were kind of popping up. There's some girl who I didn't realize I was Facebook friends with for a while. She was a WNBF bikini pro. She came up and said, like, I saw you from like a while back and you look way fucking bigger now. And I said, yeah, I took steroids. I started taking steroids last year. And she said, oh, cool. And then she started following me on Insta. So yeah, there was a bunch of people who came up, commented. Thanks for the donation, Gold Injector. Appreciate it.
Ça vous regarde pas.
C'est un peu comme la malchance, on va dire. Puis après ça, tu t'habitues à ça.
Est-ce que c'est la consommation qui vous a amené à ça?
Ça l'aide à ça, là, oui. On s'entend, mais il n'y a pas juste ça.
Sans indiscrétion, est-ce que ça vous dérange de dire qu'est-ce que vous consommez?
Oui, ça me dérange, oui.
Est-ce que c'est plus des drogues dures?
C'est des drogues dures, oui, je dirais.
Ici, tous les gens qui consomment des drogues fortes se sont rapprochés. Pour moi, c'était l'enfer l'hiver qui viennent de passer, là, parce que c'est les gens qui sont plus dans le besoin de drogue. Le 4 du mois, ça commence à chercher tout de suite. On se fait voler toutes sortes de choses. L'hiver, va essayer de voler mon système de chauffage. Puis n'importe qui a passé 3 jours debout, il y en a, là, ils ont passé 4 jours, 5 jours debout. Non, pas là.
Pensez-vous que donner, justement, d'offrir de la drogue aux gens qui en consomment, est-ce que vous pensez vraiment que ça l'aide?
Non. Non, sincèrement, non.
Les gens normaux qui ne consomment pas, qui ne comprennent pas la raison pourquoi que les gens, tu sais, quand ils se plient, là, sont comme, bon, c'est ça, il est en manque de dope. Ou il y en a trop fait. Ouais, l'excuse souvent, c'est qu'il y en a trop fait. Non, au contraire. On dort pas quand on est là-dessus. On en fait tout le temps. Je peux être 10 jours sans dormir. Aussitôt qu'on clenche, là, puis là, ils sont comme, il fait une overdose parce qu'il se réveille pas. Non, c'est parce que ça fait 15 jours qu'il dort pas, justement. Il est dessus.
Dans les refuges, je dirais qu'il y a 97% des gens qui font ça.
Être clean, ça, c'est chacun à soi-même. Là. S'il veut pas, il veut pas. S'il veut, il veut. Là. Ça dépend.
Vous seriez prêt à devenir clean et à sortir de la rue si on donnerait
Sortir de la rue, oui. Être clean, ça dépend. Là, j'aime bien mes petits dadas, des fois, de... Tu sais, mon petit boss, des fois, je l'apprécie, là, ouais. Pas toujours, mais de temps en temps, ouais.
You can see it just here. We have 2 Naxolone kits for the people who are doing overdose. And there is also a first kit.
Ben, ça fait à peu près 3 ou 4 ans. Je m'en rappelle plus.
Qu'est-ce que vous faites l'hiver?
L'hiver, ben, je fais mon possible.
Qu'est-ce que vous allez faire pour l'hiver?
C'est sûr qu'on a toujours peur pour l'hiver. On essaie de se trouver quelque chose. Sinon, ben, on va renforcer les tentes, je sais pas. Mais honnêtement, c'est loin encore quand même. Là.
Vous allez rester dehors à l'hiver?
On est bien ici.
Pourquoi plus une tente qu'un refuge?
Parce qu'on veut bien savoir c'est des règlements. Tu manges à une certaine heure. Tu prends ta douche à une certaine heure. Tu manges à une certaine heure. J'ai 57 ans, tu vas pas me dire à mon quoi faire.
Vous couchez dehors l'hiver?
Ah ouais? On déménage pas pour rien, mais on n'emménage pas pour rien non plus. Là. Il y a des bonnes raisons pour ça.
Ouais. Pourquoi l'été, les gens préfèrent prendre des tentes au lieu d'aller dans les refuges?
C'est parce que dans les refuges, c'est des bed checks. Tu dois être là à 9 h, tu dois être là à minuit, 2 h, 4 h.
Sparage only tells us we got a new Sparage before GTA 6. Oh look, nobody cares. Yeah. So 3 years raw meat, what I eat in a day. So is this like a tutorial on how to be a attention-seeking beta male faggot? Primal slave, oh my god.
Alright.
Like, I just don't get it. Like Liver King I can get, like at least he's jacked, but like he's obviously on fucking steroids. It's not the primal diet and shit that's doing anything, but I mean like this. He is so far from what are considered like ideal beauty standards. It's just, who the fuck watches this and is like, oh, I want to look like that guy. He's out of shape, scrawny, and like a little chubby. I don't get it. The people who are into this just have to be such fucking losers.
What's up, guys? So welcome to my new What I Eat in a Day here in Norway.
Oh, he can be friends with John Venus. That's great.
There's so many people from the countryside that are into cars and driving fast.
This guy is so fucking gay, it just blows my fucking mind, dude. Alright, well, if you want to be a fucking scrawny, retarded beta male, there's your tutorial. Thanks for the donation, Sverige.
Ça te donne même pas le temps d'aller faire une commission dans le centre-ville et revenir.
C'est pas vivable, les refuges. C'est n'importe quoi.
Pouvez-vous me dire un peu comment ça se passe dans les refuges?
Il y a du vol, tu sais, c'est du...
The shelter thing for homeless people is like, it just doesn't work in so many ways. One, they're all crazy, retarded drug addicts, so they're all fighting with each other, shooting up drugs in these shelters, shitting everywhere, pissing everywhere. They're kind of disgusting, nasty places, and they also steal shit from each other. They also try to mandate a bunch of rules, which a lot of these homeless people don't like. Again, they're drug addicts, they live on the edge of society, they don't want to have to be there at a certain time, they don't want to have to follow rules and stuff like that. You know, so one, they're not going to go there, and even if they do, like, these shelters are like just fucking horrific and disgusting. Like, they may as well be sleeping outside in a fucking tent. Like, when you're just looking at overall well-being, just lock these people up. They're all drug addicts. Just lock them up for doing their dumbass fucking drugs in public. And then while they're in prison, put them in like some kind of, you know, rehabilitation program where they can figure out how to not do drugs, get educated, get a job. They can go through fucking school and shit when they're in prison, you know, like maybe learn a skill trade. Like, especially now, trades are so important. But no, just let them do whatever they want. Give them free drugs, give them free needles, you know, give them free crack pipes and everything too. Like, it's just dumb.
Beaucoup de monde qui sortent de la rue, ben, ou qui ont toujours été dans la rue, je sais pas. Il y a du monde pas propre, il y a du monde, des voleurs. Je sais pas, j'aime pas ça. Moi, c'est comme une fourmilière avec plein de sortes de fourmis différentes, là, puis pas d'issue, tu sais.
Parce qu'ils donnent du matériel dans les refuges. Ouais. Puis il y a comme, tu sais, dopamine, il y a l'anonyme, il y a certains organismes qui nous donnent du matériel. Mais ils nous empêchent de consommer devant, tu sais, des endroits où ce que nous, on pense sécuritaire. Parce que tous les gens qui consomment, je vous le jure, on essaie de se cacher des enfants. Ouais, on veut pas leur montrer, de dire que c'est ça, la réalité. Ouais. Parce que pourtant, quand on se promène, là, tout le monde a un normal. Là. Ouais. C'est juste que le gouvernement, d'une façon à nous obliger à pas se cacher, ben là, il y a bien du monde qui se font expulser des refuges. Pourquoi? Parce qu'on fait ça dans les toilettes. Ouais. On se fait pogner. Mais pourtant, on essaye de justement se contrôler puis se cacher. Ouais, je comprends. C'est surtout ça, là. Il n'y a pas personne qui veut faire ça libre choix. Là. La seule raison pourquoi ça arrive comme ça, c'est parce qu'on n'est plus capable.
Les vols cumulés par rapport à les objets que tu auras peine.
These are the most lying, dysfunctional fucking people. If they were really motivated, they could turn their life around, but they just don't. Like again, you end up like this because you're a fucked up retard.
À te promouvoir un téléphone, une tablette, pour essayer de fonctionner. Le monde te le vole, le monde pense que c'est peut-être les intervenants, des réseaux d'étrangers qui viennent ici, qui alternent chacun leur tour dans les centres, dirigés par les intervenants qui n'ont pas de diplôme adéquat pour prendre soin du monde, sont trop gelés. en train de faire des overdoses, sinon pas, ne savent pas quoi faire quand ça arrive. Ça m'est arrivé plusieurs fois là, dans les 2 dernières années, là, puis à un moment donné, j'ai découvert que ces intervenants-là, ils n'ont pas de formation adéquate. Là. Puis là, ça m'a écœuré un peu, là, à savoir qu'un de mes amis a travaillé à une place pour faire la nourriture, la distribution pour la nourriture qui est avariée, que tout le monde mange, puis va chier en diarrhée, puis sont malades. Puis moi, je m'ajoute de la nourriture au Super C, au métro, les spéciaux quand ils sont là, qu'est-ce que j'ai le goût de manger. Puis on me demande de jeter ma nourriture. Non. Je jette pas ma nourriture, je l'ai achetée.
Dans les refuges qu'on vous demande ça?
Oui, dans les refuges qu'on m'a demandé ça. Combien de fois que je me suis fait mettre dehors. Là, aujourd'hui, moi, je suis ici avec ma tante. Ça m'a coûté 1000 pièces de m'installer les tentes, les ping-bags, et ainsi de suite. Mais je peux retourner là. Si c'est ma dernière été, c'est ma dernière hiver, mais je vais la passer ici, sacrément.
Vous allez rester durant l'hiver?
Ben, j'ai perdu entre 20 000 et 30 000, mais fait voler en dedans de 2 ans à l'étape.
Dans les refuges?
Dans le refuge de l'étape sur de Chambly, sacrément.
Moi, j'ai entendu qu'il y avait des vols là, à l'intérieur.
Des lunettes à 1500 pièces pour la vision qui sont faites pour mes yeux à moi. Elles sont pas faites pour les yeux de tout le monde. J'ai pas la même vision que tout le monde. J'ai un œil qui louche. Et des tablettes, des téléphones, des chargeurs, des blocs chargeurs, des fils, du linge, de la nourriture.
It's always the same thing. Mental health issues mixed with
All of these homeless people are completely full of shit. They always make up weird, retarded excuses for what they're doing, and they can't take any accountability. Yeah, you can't ever listen to these fucking people.
consumption of drugs. And a lot of people cannot afford to have like a house. They don't go to shelters because of all the restrictions around it. And you can see there is a huge problem of, just collecting and collecting and collecting everything that they are finding. And now we have an accumulation of trash and all kind of like stuff. And people are just living right next to the building. So I can understand that some people don't feel really comfortable to walk at night. But those people, as you can see, they seem pretty, reasonable. But when you start consuming and taking alcohol, sometimes behavior can snap. La population qui vit ici, c'est plus des Québécois, des immigrants?
Québécois.
Des Québécois?
Ouais.
La plupart?
Ouais.
Ouais. Ici, là, où Notre-Dame, là, est-ce que c'est plus des Québécois ou des immigrants qui sont dans les campements?
Plus des Québécois. C'est drôle, on se fait déraciner.
Justement, qu'est-ce que vous pensez de ça? On reçoit beaucoup d'immigrants. Ils ont beaucoup de ressources, même des logements.
Ils ont tout. Nous autres, on se fait tasser. Je trouve ça un petit peu aberrant. Moi, je suis pas raciste du tout. C'est juste que nous, on vient d'ici, puis c'est nous qui avons le moins d'aide. Oui. On a peut-être exagéré un peu la porte ouverte. Là.
Demande-leur d'où ils viennent dans le pays.
It's kind of funny they're complaining about the immigration in Quebec. Quebec actually has much more strict immigration policies compared to the rest of Canada. So if they're saying it's bad there, they're either lying and just making up excuses for why they're like fucking homeless retards, or yeah, like Canada's just really fucked for immigration, like beyond what you'd fucking expect. Hey, Gum Gum. Oh. Baby. Oh. What a nice gum gum. So beautiful and handsome. I love him. He is just so good. Gum gum is my drug. I have gum gum drug. Isn't that right, gum gum? He is the sweetest little baby. Yeah, you're a sweet baby. You know I love you, don't you? Yeah, you know I love you. He's a really good cat. Just so good. You really can't get a better cat than this. Just a really high quality cat. Hey, Gumbush. Hey, Gumbush. Oh. He's my little cuddle buddy. My goodness, I love him so much. Sweetest baby. He has the most wonderful, softest fur coat. Oh, he feels so good. He cuddles so good, too. He's a really good cuddler. Yeah, you're so cuddly. He always spends time with me, too. Aw, just what a good baby. Yeah, that's my baby. Oh. Yeah, you know I love you. Oh, he is just so good. Yeah, you're a good baby. He needs cuddles now. You know I love you, right? Yeah, you're just so sweet and good. Oh, little baby. Wow, such good nudging. He says, rub me, human. What a good sweetie pie. I gotta watch these Wolverine trailers again. Dude, this Wolverine game just looks so fucking sick, dude. I really, really do genuinely wish I had Wolverine powers. Like, even if I couldn't get my bones infused with, like, adamantium or anything, like, having bone claws that are super fucking hard and sharp, that'd still be pretty fucking useful. And just the healing powers, too. I wish I could have that shit. Like, that'd be just so fucking dope. I've actually been looking at Wolverine costumes on Etsy. There's some that are pretty reasonably priced. They're not crazy, and they're actually really good. They're like pretty fucking close to movie quality. Like if you actually filmed yourself in them, it's basically movie quality. They might not hold up as well as like the actual costumes that are designed for the movie, where they have to go through action scenes and everything. And like they might not have the same materials, but they look really fucking good.
Let's see if we can find the one that got away. Redhead. Might be our only lead. Looks like she took off into the industrial park. All right, let's search the area. Give me a status update.
Perimeter stable. Holding position.
Oh my god! No answer. Stay sharp. I don't like this. Should do another sweep. It's too quiet.
I like how he can jump super long distances too. He basically has super strength.
Shut it, freak! Shit's gassing off! Not today, Bob. The hell? Skullbuster! Up there! We need backup! Now! There you are, Red.
Jean? Is that you? Don't worry. You're not going anywhere.
Everyone shoot! You son of a bitch! Pay for that!
So great how they didn't pussy out on the blood and gore. It's like exactly what we fucking needed. Just a hardcore M-rated fucking Wolverine game.
What the hell?
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah! Let's go! Shit! Yeah, that'll work. those mutants! He's a wild animal! Get out of my way!
There's going to be alternate costumes in the game, and assuming a similar thing happens with this game, like what happened with Spider-Man 2 was there was an unofficial PC release because the game was made to be PC compatible from the very beginning. I'm assuming like it's going to happen because this game was so far along in development where they were planning on a PC release. And then Sony just decided, okay, we're not going to release it on PC, or at least like that's their plan for the time being. What's probably going to happen is they're going to recompile this game to work on PC, and then there's going to be mods, of course. So especially with mod support, there's going to be just more of the classic Wolverine costumes and shit, and probably like fucking ridiculous horseshit like nude mods.
Your mind shorted.
I don't think you listened to anything I just said, you fucking idiot.
Feel free.
Yeah, I really wish I had like a crazy healing factor so I could just do ridiculous shit like this. Not have to worry about anything. Yeah, consoles really do ruin everything. They're just fucking trash.
Let's get you guys out of here.
Are you a superhero?
Look, kid. I'm Wolverine.
I love that old school brown suit.
Some folks can't wait to die.
Logan! It's me! Wait!
You came back. Now seeing things from before.
Humans and mutants can't survive together.
I've tried to keep them safe for so long.
Fucking trash.
Inside! Now!
I thought you were back. We were back. We're gonna build a future for mutants. That is why you belong here.
Tear the beast. The hunt is ready.
Most people I see clearly. But you.
Just give in!
Remember who you are.
This game looks so fucking cool. Like, this is probably worth getting a PlayStation 5 for, even though it's, like, gay. But, yeah, hopefully it gets recompiled. Like, there's an unofficial recompile for PC. And then I can just play it on PC. But, that does look fucking sick. Brian Johnson started cloning his organs for testing therapies and spare parts. That makes sense. That's what I'd do if I was a fucking mega millionaire. Based. Oh man, my back. Oh, my back. Ugh. Yeah, Omega Red's in the game. You know what disappointed me? There was that Wolverine game that came out on like GameCube and PS2 and Xbox, X2 Wolverine's Revenge. They teased Omega Red in the game for the sequel, and then the sequel never came out. So it's cool that we finally get like Wolverine and Omega Red. Oh. Come here. Come here, sweet kitty. Come here. Oh. It's my baby. You're my baby. You're so soft and warm. No running away. I want to hold you for just a minute longer. No running. You're so soft and warm. Mwah, I love you. Ugh, cats are weird. What are the downsides of melanotan outside of annoying boners? It doesn't necessarily give you annoying boners. It just kind of depends. I've been taking it. What I've noticed is if you take a very high dose, it basically lowers the requirement for arousal to like near zero. So just even mild sexual thoughts, you'll get a raging erection. That's if you take a pretty high dose. If you take like a more normal dose, like 0.5 milligram, it's kind of like taking Cialis, where your boners are just better. Other than that, like there are potential side effects. It can cause nausea, but again, that's dose dependent. Some people may be more sensitive to it than others. If you take a high dose like 1 milligram, you're more likely to get nausea compared to like 0.5 milligram or less. But that can be a good thing. People do use it for weight loss, so it lowers your appetite. It can cause priapisms, just like Cialis can. So, like it's not common, but yeah, you can get a boner where it just doesn't go away. Then you have to go to the hospital, get it drained. Some people don't have good cosmetic results from melanotan, so if you have like a lot of freckles, like if you're a ginger, you definitely don't want to take melanotan because it's not going to tan your skin evenly and you're just going to have darker freckles. So some people don't like the cosmetic effect just because of their like skin tone and shit. Other than that, the horse crap you hear online about it being dangerous, it causes cancer, it causes kidney damage, it's just total bullshit. There's no actual biological plausibility in how it could cause cancer. Like, they're just being dumb. Skin cancer causes the production of melanocytes, but that's because that's what the cancer does. So fucking melanotan doing the same thing doesn't mean it's going to cause cancer to grow. It's just stupid. And then there's just a few case reports of people taking melanotan and then having kidney damage. That doesn't mean the melanotan caused the kidney damage. Like some people just do things that they don't realize is causing kidney damage, like drinking, being dehydrated, having high blood pressure, and then they wrongfully attribute it to melanotan. So all there is case reports, and again, they're extremely rare. Like at this point, there's probably millions of people who've taken melanotan, and you can only find like 2 or 3 fucking case reports of anybody getting kidney damage. And yeah, the only other commonly reported side effect is facial flushing, which again, it's kind of normal for any drug that is used for erections. So like Cialis, Viagra, that can also cause facial flushing. That's really it though. I've liked it so far. I've liked how it's made my skin tone a little darker. I think my skin looks nice this color. People have been giving me compliments. The how it affects my erections is cool. You get like super boners. And it helps you sleep. I've noticed taking it before bed is a good idea. It does just help kind of put you in a sleepiness kind of state, and it's just easier to nod off. So, especially if you don't have enough money to afford something like growth hormone, melanotans, and you don't. I guess you also would have to not mind your skin getting darker. But yeah, it helps kind of get you sleepier. So if you're taking growth hormone for sleep reasons, but you're like broke or something, melanotan's a good option as long as you don't mind your skin getting darker. All right. It's kind of late and I'm tired and my back is hurting, so I think I'm going to end stream now. I should be able to stream at a more normal time tomorrow. Today I was just out all day at the Veg Fest, was driving a lot, walking around. I also didn't get that much sleep the night before, so I ended up like crashing, sleeping right after I got home, then started the stream late. But tomorrow should be able to stream earlier, longer. How much is your bench now? Like nothing. I hurt my shoulder. I can't bench right now. Should be back to normal in like another week or two. My shoulder's healing pretty quickly. It's already pretty good. I can actually move it around a lot now without it clicking and hurting. It's just that when I add weight, then it like starts to kind of hurt, but I can work around it. I'm still able to train like chest, shoulders, back. Back especially is really good. I can almost train it perfectly normal. But yeah, chest, shoulders right now I have to do some like weird shit, but yeah, my shoulder's fucked up. But that's also why I haven't been doing as many workout streams. I have to train legs tomorrow. I might stream that. But yeah, hope you guys had fun. Big thing